Whether it's thunder, fireworks, or just loud music, all pets are hypersensitive to loud noises, especially dogs, and they'll react in some shape or form. However, for some dogs and cats, these noises cause such distress that they actually suffer from what is known as a noise phobia. And here to tell us a little bit more about it is our ultra cool vet, Dr. Karin Brink from Ultra Pets. Doc, always so good to see you. How are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Very good. Loving the hair. Thank you so much for bringing a little spring into our space. But of course, this morning we focused on something that's quite negative. And when we say noise phobia, how would you differentiate between a dog or a cat just being scared of a loud noise, which is instinctive, I'm sure, versus an actual noise phobia?
We're not just scared of a loud noise. It's something that happens incidental. Like say you break a plate or there's suddenly a loud crash and your dog and your cat runs away. But a noise phobia, what's the main thing that differentiates it? It's persistent. Always when there's a certain noise, they start getting scared. It can sometimes be a combination of noises, and it's usually irrational. You know, they'll be hiding away or trying to run away, but it's always persistent and it's always irrational.
I can speak from experience. So if I kind of give a lecture, if I get on my high horse and start speaking very intently, my one dog gets all upset as if I'm shouting or I'm angry. And I've seen it firsthand that its behavior really does radically change. What causes a pet to develop a noise phobia in the first place?
There's various things that can cause it. The one thing is we intentionally or unintentionally can create this fear. For example, say you are scared of thunder and you're the one hiding underneath the bed and grab your dog to hide away, then they will start being scared as well because that's what you do. It can also be that I had a very negative experience associated while there was a noise phobic event. For example, say something traumatic happened. They were bitten by another dog. They were left alone. The first time they heard thunder, gunshots, fireworks, then they immediately associate the noise with a bad experience. Or it can just be a lack of socialization. When they were a puppy, they were not exposed to these noises, and suddenly as an adult they are exposed and they do not know what it is, so they start becoming scared of it.
What then are some of the biggest noise phobia triggers? I mean, fireworks probably stands out, and I think what we put our poor pets through just so we can experience a Guy Fawkes is terrible. But what are some of those major triggers?
The major triggers, like you said, is fireworks, thunder, gunshots, and even loud noises like certain birds or other animals in the area. What is really interesting, especially with the thunder phobia, my Jack Russell had it, and she passed away a couple of years ago, but she was very scared of thunder. When she felt the change in barometric pressure, because there's a change before a thunderstorm starts, she immediately started showing these noise phobic clinical signs, panting, hiding away. But those are the biggest triggers for noise phobia.
How then can we identify if our pet is suffering, and how can we help them most importantly?
Different pets show different behavior when they are scared. You will get some that would hide away. Some try to get away from the noise. Some pets will show dilated pupils. They will soil themselves or urinate over themselves. They will whine, pace, and some of them just become hyperactive. All of them are different, but if you see abnormal behavior during a noise phobic event, that gives you a clue that something's going on. And then what you can do as an owner, you can try to change the environment. Have a crate or a dog house that is well insulated. Put a blanket over it, put polystyrene in it that I can't hear the noises, especially when you are not there. When they are indoor with you, close the windows, close the drapes, put on a slow noise like a TV or a fan. And if you know your dog is going to get scared before thunder or lightning or anything specific, you can go and exercise to help them get rid of some endorphins and get endorphins in that they can feel a little bit happier. You can also try to bake a pressure wrap. A thunder shirt is a really good one. You can go and Google it, or you can buy a thunder shirt. That constant pressure helps them to feel a little bit less anxious. You can also go and look at certain supplements or pheromones that can aid in reducing stress. And then definitely behavior modification is quite a good one. You can desensitize them to a noise. There's quite good resources on the internet, but I would just warn people to do this under the guidance of a behaviorist or veterinary behaviorist. You do not make them more scared of the noises. And then also if it's really, really bad, like it was with my Jack Russell, I used to give a medication before a thunderstorm that you can calm down. And additionally, I did some of the other stuff I mentioned as well.
So there are a myriad of things. I suppose on the flip side of that, feeding off one of the things that you said there, is there anything that we could be doing that would be making it worse? What do we want to avoid doing?
What I dealt with in practice was sometimes when the pets soil themselves, that people would immediately try to chastise them or to punish them. And you must never punish a scared pet or a pet that's in distress. It will just make the behavior worse. And you must also never reinforce the behavior. Do not give them treats or anything when they are scared to reinforce it. Rather, try to distract them, like the stuff I mentioned, or give them a safe haven, but never treat them when they are scared as well.
Okay, and a good cuddle goes a long way. After all, they are our best friends. Doctor, thank you so much. Some absolute gems in there, and hopefully people will be a bit more conscientious about the noises that they subject pets to, but also feel more equipped to be able to look after their little ones when a noise phobia does rear its head. Doctor, thank you so much, as always, for your insights.
It's a pleasure. Keep well.
If you have any questions about noise phobia or anything relating to your pet, you can ask Dr. Corinne yourself on the UltraPet website under the Ask Dr. Corinne section. Simply visit ultrapet.co.za.